It has been a while. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's actually been a long time since I have picked up the camera, and I do have a little bit of a surprise. We have a new family member. She is so cute. We have a new kitten in the family. Her name is Zoe, and we're just so excited to have her in our home. But long story short, the reason why I was gone for so long is because I was in a huge reading slump for the last couple weeks. Honestly, almost the entire 2 months. I just have been very slumpy, just personally as well, and just with reading in general too. I've been reading very sporadically. I haven't been picking up books as much, and the books that I have been anticipating and the ones that have been released, I just read them for a little bit and then I just drop them and I never pick them back up. So I thought that it would be a great idea to start off this video and try to get out of a reading slump, because it's just been so bad. And honestly, it's gotten to the point where I have been considering maybe just kind of done with my reading journey, which is really crazy to think that, because I have been thinking those thoughts, maybe I already read the best book ever and this is just it for me. And obviously I don't want that to happen. I don't want me reading a book and it be so good that no other book can compare, and I'm done with every other book. And the book that I am talking about is The Nightingale by Christina Hanna. That book was just so good. That book is a 1,000 out of 10. It was so good, and it is a reason why I am in such a huge reading slump, is because no other book has compared to that one. I did want to start off this video with a more rom-com-ish book, a little bit more lighter. So I am gonna start off with The Bodyguard. I've been having this one on my TBR shelf for the longest time. I think we're going into 2 years of me owning this book. Basically, the girl right here is the bodyguard for this guy. We're gonna start off with this one, and hopefully by the end of this video, I'm out of my slumpish mood. So let's actually start with The Bodyguard.
Very pretty, very cute, very kind, got the pink nails. She is a girly pop and she wants the businesses. How many businesses does she want? Infinite.
Have made it a little bit over halfway. I feel like this book really doesn't have anything to do with the whole bodyguard trope, in the sense of usually with that trope there's this forbidden romance and how you're not allowed to be with that person because you guys are from different worlds and you guys come from different classes. I like it enough where it's really entertaining, and I mean I've been reading this all day today. It's a really short read. It's only 300 pages and I'm already halfway through with it. It's really entertaining. It's just I feel like I wanted a little bit more drama. I wanted a little bit more of just wanting to be together, but you can't because we're not supposed to be together. But yeah, I really like our main character. She reminds me a lot of Nora from Book Lovers, because they're both very strong-willed women and they're all about their work, and they can come across cold and just not easy to work with. And so in the beginning, her mom passes away and she's also dealing with a really messy breakup. It was actually pretty jaw-dropping how this man talked to her and how they broke up. I think that I'm far along into this book that I can definitely feel this is going to be more of a 3 stars, because I really enjoyed it, but it didn't give me that giddy 4-star 5-star feeling. And I think it's just a really good solid 3 stars. I feel it's a really slow burn to the point where I really just want to know more about our main female character. I really don't care about the love interest. I just like her in general without anyone else. I feel the love interest is just there to fill in, her having to be with someone. Let's go ahead and finish The Bodyguard. quick recap on the first book because honestly it's been a while since I finished the first book, which is One Dark Window. This is the second book in that duology, and I just don't really remember too much of the first one, like key points of what happened. Like I know something big happened at the end, but I'm like trying to remember, and like reading through the first couple pages, like it does bring back a couple things, but it's just like trying to connect all those little things that I remember all together. So I'm gonna try to find a recap because I just don't remember. I just know that something big happened at the end, but I want to know what led to it and like little things that happened. I know like there was a situation where our main character Elspeth got in trouble, and that alone was like really fun to read about because everything was kind of like going downhill. I am on page 23, chapter 4, and I'm really enjoying it. The beginning really hooked me, and I know that the second one is people's favorite book out of the two of them, so I just know that this is going to be jam-packed with a lot of action and just a lot of chaos. So I'm super excited to be picking this one up. I have been eyeing this for a while, so I thought that it would be just a great idea to start this off. Usually when you are in a reading slump, you kind of want to go back to books that you really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed the first book, and it's just like a duology. After this one, the series is done, so I'm just going back to something that I knew that I really loved. I love this world, I love the magic system. That's another way that I can just know for sure that I'm really gonna love the book that I'm gonna be reading, and it's not gonna give me in such a huge slump because I know the first one was so good. And I think that I'm kind of like getting out of that slump because I have been really excited to jump back into this one, into this world. That's why I was so eager to finish The Bodyguard, because I've been eyeing this and I've been wanting to go back into this world. But going back to The Bodyguard, I did end up giving it a 3 stars. I wish that Goodreads can give you like half ratings, because honestly this is more of like a 2.5. It's in between a 2-star and a 3-star. I feel like 3 stars are still better than, you know, like it's 2-star read to me. There was a lot of situations that just felt very extreme, and situations that you just don't believe because they're just so extreme and so unrealistic, and it's just one of those extreme situations where you're just kind of like, this does not happen, you know. And like obviously it's a fiction book, but it's just one of those moments where it's just like really cringy and it's just so overly dramatic for no reason. So because of that, it definitely bumped it down half a star, just because of those little things that happened in the book. And there was just like one little conflict that just kind of like made me a little bit annoyed with the whole situation, honestly, with the whole plot. Anytime that I finish a book that I don't specifically love, I do go back and see what people think about the book, because obviously reading is subjective and I just want to see other people's opinions and why they loved it. And it's a really highly rated book. Just maybe I am the problem, I don't know, but that's it with this book. Honestly, it was enjoyable enough that I didn't DNF it, so that can honestly be a good thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for a recap and see if I can like jog some things from my memory and like remember some key points from the first book. So I will be right back. Quick little update. As you guys can tell, it is a little bit darker, but that is because we had to put the lights out and make it seem like we're all gonna go to bed because our kitten just got neutered. So she's being very rambunctious and she's just going all over the place. With our other cats, when they got neutered, they were just like chilling. They were just like laying down, and this one, she's just, you know, she's just running all over the place and she needs to calm down. Like she literally just got home and she's just been wanting to run around. She doesn't seem like she just got out of surgery. But yeah, they also didn't give us a cone, so that was also a problem because she's a very hyper cat. Even before she got spayed, she is a very hyper cat, and we thought that they would have given her one, like at least like one that's very just like cheap, just like the other cats had, but we later on replaced them with ones that we got that were a little bit more sturdy. So right now I basically made a home cone, which is really not a real cone. Obviously, I literally just grabbed printer paper and just cut a hole in the middle. So that's what we're dealing with right now until we get our actual cone. My husband's working at the moment and I can't really leave. I can't leave her. So we did like DoorDash it. So yeah, let me show you guys how she's doing. So as you guys can tell, that is her DIY cone. It's actually working pretty well, but she's been biting at it. She has been home for not even an hour and she's already causing chaos. So quick update on the book. I am on chapter 20, page 136, and it's going really well. I think that I like the first one much more. I feel like I kind of messed up though, reading it so far out. Like, it's been almost like maybe 10 months since I've read the last one. I should have read it sooner, just because in the beginning it was like obviously fresh in my mind, and I just wish that I would have done that, just because when I first finished it, the first one, it was really good, and now reading this one, I'm not as connected to the characters. There's really amazing parts and like fun parts, but I just wish that I would have done that in the beginning and just read it not too far out. I'm kind of beating myself up for waiting so long. So if you guys have just finished the first one and you haven't picked up the second one, this is your sign to not wait too long to pick it up, because I just feel like it would have been better. While I babysit Miss Girl, we are going to continue reading and just, you know, have a chilled night, chill day. And yeah, so let's continue reading. Finished Two Twisted Crowns, and honestly this was really enjoyable, but I really liked the first one way more. I don't know, there was like something about it. Maybe it's because in the first one we have our main character Elspeth way more than in this one. Like, there's something that happens in the first book that basically now we have like so many different point of views, and they're really enjoyable, but I just connected with Elspeth so much. Like, I loved her and her character so much that I just wanted her and wanted more of her. There was a lot of drama. The romance is so good. It's not just between Elspeth and, you know, her main love interest, but there are other ones in here that I really enjoy. But like I said, I do think that the first one was my favorite. I think that one I gave like a 4.5, so I think this one's gonna either be like a 4 or like a 3.8. There was just like something that was missing with this one. I don't know what it is, but basically with the first book, there is this infection that is going around the kingdom, and if you're caught with the infection, you're basically, you know, gone. And the person that's basically in charge of that is Elspeth's main love interest, and Elspeth is actually also infected. And how the magic works in this book is there are provident cards, and each card basically holds different magic. Like, each card does something completely different than the others. The magic system was definitely very interesting, and I really enjoyed that part. And so for the last book that we're going to be reading, we're actually going to be reading two books.